Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass it over to Dr. Sylvia. And if you want to comment, you have any questions, so Dr. Sylvia is here to answer. So thank you very much.
Let me just say a wonderful, glorious morning to all you phenomenal, beautiful, amazing ladies and leaders. Lovely to see you all. You all look phenomenal. You look truly beautiful. Thank you all for joining. And I hope you are doing all well today. You're having a wonderful and a glorious day. And thank you all. Like Sarah said, we're just going to reflect on these questions so we don't go ahead. We've just read about the power of perception. We've had a great example, the carrot, the egg, and the coffee. They all went through a similar challenge in life, isn't it? In this case, in quote, we say it's the hot water. The same amount of hot water, the same amount of time, the same amount of heat on each one of these objects. Boiled, taken off, but it came out different. Not because of the challenge or what they went through, but because of their intrinsic qualities and characteristics. Challenges really do not create new things in us, does not create a new being or person. They reveal what is already within us. Challenges are opportunities for us to be revealed, for our character, the things that are within us that some of us do not even know. You've got some people in the most challenging moment in their lives, they've become great leaders. They would never have stepped out if they were not pushed and forced. So challenges, it's not like it always reveals the worst in you. It reveals something incredible, what is within you. And if we don't like it, I always say this, it's also incredible because it's an opportunity to show us that, you know what, I've been so busy focusing on the external things, but something has grown up within me. I've become a completely different person that I'm not aware of. A lot of us are not aware of who we are. We don't even know the thoughts we avoid our thoughts. I'm working with an incredible lady. I'm coaching her. I was having a session with her on Monday, and she said this. One of the things she disliked, I've heard that from a lot of women, is spending time alone. She disliked listening to her thoughts because they will drive her to depression. Her thoughts are always negative. They bring her down. She doesn't like spending time with herself. She says she is never alone. Even if she says she wants to have me time, she must be listening to something. Music, watching something, or maybe praise and all of that. But she never stays alone with her thoughts. Can you imagine? So what challenges do, because we are hiding away from those thoughts, we are hiding away from what is in the depth of our hearts, they will squash us and that will come out. So let's take into consideration these three incredible objects. Who are you when you go through challenges? In fact, I just said I've got this book here. It's my latest book. I've ordered the copies. They've not yet arrived. I just have, I think, 2 copies with me. We'll be sharing as well. And it's incredible because that is a chapter in what you people are doing, the power of perception. Okay, but now I've worked a lot, with a lot of incredible women, families, men, and all of that. And I've learned a lot myself. So I've expanded. So can you believe that this is all, I think it's 183 pages. It's all about perception. Why? You could say, why? Why did I do that? Perception is so important. It's paramount. I mean, you all will agree with me. I just want us to discuss this. What is perception? We've seen in this book. Share it in your own way. Perception shapes our reality. Perception determines the experiences we live, which will determine the habits that we'll create, and eventually our destiny. If our perception is not aligned with truth, truth is a divine principle. Truth is not subjective. Truth is not disputable. It is transcendent. If my perception is not aligned with truth, the truth of who I am, the truth of who you are, then you are one of a kind. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. Your weaknesses do not define you. You are more than your past. You are more than your mistakes. You are not those labels that society has given you. This is the truth of who you are. If you don't align your perception with seeing yourself through those eyes, divine eyes, your creator's eyes, unfortunately, you will walk yourself out of your purpose, out of your destiny. Will we destroy our lives? We will live an unfulfilling life. So as we pause and look at these 3 objects, we can add whatever we want to add. What do you want to say? Maybe we go into groups. look at these three objects. You know, a lot of people, how many of us have ever met people who tell you that, you know what, Flora, you cannot understand if you've not been through this. My situation is different from yours. You cannot compare. How many of us? I'm sure all of us. Yeah, you too. All of us. We make excuses. I just heard about this. Someone was telling me about a close one who lost her mom. She's the only child. And she's like, she's giving her advice. She's close to this person. But she's like, you cannot understand. This close relative who is giving her advice has lost both of her parents, mom and dad. She grew up just with her mom. She's the only child, has, you know. And she said, you cannot understand. It's different when you are an only child. Grief begins to take different meaning. Now, I've never heard that. She said, it's different. So you cannot comprehend, because if you are not the only child, you have siblings. I said, but are you aware that I lost my parents? We grieve differently. It hit on my brother more than me. We are the same. We are siblings. I was super close to that. My brother was close to that as well. So it's not about the situation. Situations do not come with meaning attached to them. They are the meanings that we give to them that determines how we relate to them. It says, to the pure, all things are pure. That's why children are vulnerable. They are naive. Because to them, they have a pure heart. When they see you, they don't think evil. So they cannot think that you have evil intentions. So she was like, oh, it's different. I need to find people who have been in this. But I said, what's the danger in these situations is you go to a group and people who have similar perception. Oh, we are down. The focus is on grief. The focus is on the loss. And then they just go deep down into the pits. I've worked with a lot of people on recovery addiction. Some of them have had to leave the addiction homes. A lot of them are not tailored to take them out of that. It's just for them to speak. You can't keep words alive or dead. I can't keep reminding myself of my destructive, past or the things that damaged me most in my past. In fact, even with my elder sibling, my elder sister, the one who came here, they know I'm really strong at home. I'm the smallest. She calls me off often. She's laughing. She says, you're my inspiration. You need to call me often. Sometimes I will laugh. I say, but you're my big sis. You need to care for me. He says, Sylvia, you're different. And all the other Linda is here. So, hi, sweetheart. No, it's okay. We'll start going to Picton Road, honestly, Sarah, from next week. Yeah, no, from next week. Yeah, just have a seat there, my darling. Yeah. So, you look beautiful, my darling. Yeah. Yeah, you can get on the chair.
I'll sit here.
So,
you're
great.
there? Yeah.
Sorry about that. So, my elder sister, and I'm that kind of person that I will uplift them. I will always share with. And sometimes something will happen to me. Maybe it was like low things, or I lost something, financial loss, anything. I won't tell her. And then after a while, we'll just be discussing and it will come up. She'll be like, oh, Sylvia, why didn't you tell me? What happened? I'll be like, you know what? Please, I've already gone past this. I've overcome it. I don't want to relive the negative moment. I don't want to share that story with you again. Honestly, because it's past, it's gone. My perception about it, the more I talk about it, and in most of those cases, people will go there, they will sit and talk about what they are going through, their pain, and they live worse. Or another person's pain. So let's look at that. Oh, you look so beautiful and wonderful, Linda.
Thank you.
We are looking about perception, Linda. We are looking about, the egg, carrot, and coffee. You know that? Yes. So let's just share this. Who are you? What do you become? How many of us, let's just be honest with ourselves, how many of us usually make excuses? I love to talk to myself. I'll say, oh, I'm making excuses. If I make excuses, I don't even make excuses, honestly. I take responsibility. I apologize if I'm sorry. I will apologize at the blink of an eye. And I work on not repeating that mistake. So honestly, I think it's not being hard on myself. I permit myself to make mistakes and fail. Then I forgive myself immediately and say, what is the lesson? I have to learn from this and move on. And that gives me the ability to forgive others so effortlessly as well. Because, you can't give what you don't have. So let's first of all come and think about us when we go through challenges, then we respond to it. Who are you? Are you normally that rigid in life? You're so critical, you're so hard on yourself. You judge yourself at every instant because people have told you are not good enough. You make a mistake, you put yourself down, so you are rigid. Are you normally rigid in life? Maybe this challenge is coming to make you a bit softer, flexible, kinder, and more compassionate to yourself, more forgiving to yourself. Or are you the one who is so fragile? You are like an egg, and you require everyone around you to like walk on eggshell. Is it shells? Yeah, I said it once, my children were laughing, I said eggshell. And they were eggshells, isn't it? You want everyone. Your relationship is like, that can be really challenging. You know, you're afraid, you don't know what to say. Are you that rich, the least thing you break? You know, life has to straighten you. Life will take you through some of those challenges because people will disappoint us. People will hurt us. Life wants to reveal to us the other side of life, that we can be stronger. We should not let these people put us down. We should not let their opinion about us put us down or derail us. So it makes us become more rigid, solid, not rigid even, solid, resilient, like that egg, the raw and the boiled egg. Or are you a coffee? I love the coffee. You know, some of us are like, oh, I don't know what I'm going through, this challenge, I can't understand. Maybe when I'm out of it, the Lord will reveal to me what he wants to reveal. Then we hold on our lives. I know a lot of people, for example, they are waiting for their documents. It's like their lives are on hold. I can't be happy. I can't even smile because they've not given me what I wanted. Or you are hoping for promotion at your job. Every day you go in as if, I don't know, someone is your daughter-in-law there, or you're the mother-in-law. I don't know. Of all your colleagues who are not behaving well to your children, they're married to. You go on every day because they're not giving you the promotion. You're so upset. You're not laughing or talking to anyone. You know, you don't have to wait until you get the promotion that you become nice. Life is short. Every moment is valuable and counts. Make the most of it. Because you want to transform that situation like that coffee. You thought you're going to change me? When you actually have an encounter with me, you don't live the same way. You live with me all over you. You live with my persona. If I step in like you are in darkness, you actually experience the light. You don't like yourself, you experience love. You don't wait because you transform the environment that was meant to destroy you. So share, please. Let's share. Who are you, and do you make excuses when you go through challenges? Let's just be honest. It's no judgment. Honestly, reflection is not judging. It's us becoming aware. If I'm not aware of what is within me, then I cannot change it or make it better. Anyone wants to share? Beautiful.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Okay, I've just been through a challenge. My brother's an alcoholic. He drinks excessively, and he's just got a kitten about 18 months ago, and the kitten's just been run over and killed. And I'll be honest, it's the only thing he's ever seen to love. And I've been and he's heartbroken, and I was supporting him yesterday, knocking on doors, trying to find out information, checking it. This was before we knew he'd been run over. So I'd done that, but it was taking its toll because he drinks a lot, and I was getting more and more anxiety listening to him, and I'm signposting, and I'm trying to find out everything I could do. I'd done, and I got information to say the cat had been run over, and I couldn't tell him. And I was like, I can't. I'm going to have to pass this to another member of my family because of the way he is. I couldn't pass this information on. I just couldn't deal with it, and I knew at that moment in time. So I asked members of the family. I've got a big family, and they're their answers were different answers. Oh, we've got other things to do. Oh, well, what can we do? So please, I had to beg in the end. Can somebody please tell him? Anyway, but it didn't work out. I disregarded it because I didn't think that. So luckily, my brother is he's a member of a church, and the pastor came out and spoke to him about it. And thankfully, he talked sense into him and advised him to carry on with what he was doing with going to it, because he plays crib, my brother, which is a game of an evening on a Tuesday, and he advised him to carry on and do things like that. This was a big challenge for me because it's took its toll on my mental health. Because obviously I know my brother very well, and I know he's a lovely person. But alcohol is escape from his thoughts, I would say. And I could only do so much. That was a challenge for me, but I realised I couldn't do any more because it was affecting me badly. And I tried to divert it to, to get the help he needed, because I was becoming a little bit too not helpful. And he needed somebody more level-headed to deal to tell him I can't be run over. He's absolutely heartbroken. It really is. But yeah, today's a different story because he's woke up in a better mood and he seems more easy to talk to.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that, Liz. Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you did all you could do, isn't it? Like I always say, we can't give what we don't have. And that's why you realized, like you said, you needed someone level-headed, and he wouldn't even listen to you. And you didn't want to experience him go through that pain again, getting the news of the cat and things like that.
So emotional.
So did the priest, did the pastor or the priest finally tell him?
Yeah, Paul became a priest to him, and he actually messaged me to say clean out. He did come out, and I think it was that was the best thing I could have done. But I was getting angry, you see, Sylvia, with members of the family who disregarded him, who weren't interested, and I was getting myself all upset, thinking, how could you do this? How could you, he's a loner, he's on his own, and they've got no time for him. But now they've gone round this morning, so maybe I was being a bit hard.
Oh, thank you for sharing this. And like I said, I'm happy to hear that now he's better. Today he's a different person. And I think like he's on that right path with the church. I think he should just consistently have that support. Maybe if you can talk more to the pastor or, the priest, I'm not sure what church he goes to, the leader, so they can stay close to him, because I think with that it will help a lot, because he needs to transform his mindset, then his attitude can be transformed. He needs to heal, he needs to encounter and overcome this addiction, because it will affect him in every area of his life. And there is only so much you can do, unfortunately. There is only so much. Like even whatever we do here, I always say, if we are not willing, everyone who becomes the great women that you all are, you've done it. You've done it. It's not us, because all we have done is, we've been that vessel to share this message with you. You have taken it on board, believed it, and you've allowed your mind to be transformed, and you've begun to apply that in your life, in the areas where they are relevant, so that you can transform your life. And if your brother, until he is ready, until he's receptive, there is nothing, he will go back there and drink, and unfortunately it will affect him, isn't it? I think there is more as well. Maybe, I don't know, there is always a reason for everything. Like you said, if the cat was the only thing that he loved, I mean, there are humans, a lot of humans to share our love with, then I think it had to be taken off him sometimes. I mean, life can seem like it's cruel, but it comes to teach us a lesson. Because like I said, for some of us, we don't allow the greatness in us to be revealed, because we continually play small or we stay comfortable. Pressures in life will come sometimes to push us so drastically that something It's revealed within us, the greatness within us, the leader. You've seen people become great leaders in the midst of challenges or as a result of pressure. So maybe this is something, you just want to look at it that way and maybe keep encouraging him. You are a loving sister, the way I see, and you should think of the family. I mean, the others as well. Unfortunately, everyone is different, isn't it? I've seen situations like that with some families I've worked with. Some people are tolerant, like there was this family, I know one of them was consistently he was addicted with, I think, lottery, playing money, losing money. It cost him a lot. It cost him his family. So some of the siblings just said, I've had enough. They couldn't deal with. Some of them stayed with him, and they are still with him because they've given advice. And like I said, we cannot blame them. Like you said, it's taking a toll on your health and well-being. If I am blind, Liz, no matter how much I love you, if you're blind, I cannot lead you. I will stumble and fall with you. I've got to call you. Let's go look for someone who can see to lead us. So you can absolutely not blame them. Maybe they understand their own limitation. I'm exhausted. Like, you cannot keep going because it will burn you out, right? It will affect your mental health drastically. You've got to look at this as well. It needs that mental capacity, stability. Like you say, you need someone with a level head. Because the person has to be ready to say, okay, he's so vulnerable. He's so broken. I'm going to be there with you. I'm ready to pick up all the pieces. If I'm broken myself, then we're just going to be shattered together. So I think you should think about that as well. They can't give him, whether they go there or not, if they are not whole, if they don't see, the best in him, they are not capable of giving him anything better in life for him to become the best of himself or to come out of this situation. So it's just finding that help, talking to the pastor, whoever, the leaders of the church, and encouraging him to maybe take part more.
Yeah, to be fair, the church has probably saved his life in the past because he's been a member there for a while.
That's amazing.
And they're really good. They're really good with him, and they understand his difficulties, and they do really care about him. And thankfully, they were there yesterday. I was there as best as I could, but I couldn't deal with it because of the way he is. Yeah. And I'd done as much as I could, and I had to. The good thing was, Sylvia, I realised I couldn't do no more.
Yeah, I love that.
Instead of continuing, I realised I had to pass it on.
That's good.
To the right person.
That's good.
To the right person. So that was something I actually am going to praise myself on.
Oh, wonderful. I praise you too. That's amazing, Liz. And that's what we're talking at the very beginning of this session about self-awareness, understanding our capacity and ability. We are limited. There's just so much. You need to know your limits. You don't go beyond because you're going to break down. So thank you for sharing that. Anyone wants to share as well with us. And I think you've taken great responsibility. You're not blaming. You're not making excuses. Anyone, anything that maybe you've made excuses or that in challenging times you often look like an egg where you're usually fragile, or a carrot or coffee, or anything that maybe you need some light to be thrown in that area to support you so you can actually become more resilient. Flora, you're nodding. Do you want to share something?
Yes, I'm going to share something. Of late, hospitality is something that I love doing, and of late I've realized you find yourself either you want to do so much, but again you feel like you want to take more time to yourself, and there are so many things you want to accomplish for yourself, and you have sometimes you also want to have that little comfort zone where you want to stay a bit and not do what you're supposed to do. And in itself, at the end of the day, you feel a bit limited, and you might feel you're not so much fulfilled. And of late, I've been going through the bit where I really need to do so much, but for one reason or another, I feel I need to take so much time for myself to be able to accomplish other things also. But here comes a situation. I've got a friend, she's actually been expectant, and I've had two, but one of them I've had to hand over the burden to one of my friends for them to follow her up. But this one, she calls me, and she asked me a very simple thing, if there's somebody who can be able to prepare some meal for her, because she went to the clinic and they discovered she's got a high blood pressure, so she didn't have time to go back home and to prepare. She was stuck in the hospital, and the following day she was going to have surgery. And this is a lady we've been very close, and we've been talking, and we share the same faith. But she doesn't have so many friends. Her situation is almost similar like mine. She doesn't have family members here in UK, just a couple of friends. For me, I've been fortunate. I've got quite a big network of friends, but for her, she's got a very small, tiny network, and she's kind of ended up associating with me also quite closely. So she calls me and she tells me about if I can connect somebody who can prepare the meal when she goes home. But then I end up asking, how are you feeling today? Because we knew she's almost giving birth, but blood pressure is becoming a big issue. So she ends up telling me the story, how she ended up being stuck in the hospital. And the good news is she has given birth to a baby. Wow. Was it a normal delivery, or was it a cesarean section? So what went through? And she just came out of the house. She was not feeling so well. She took a bus, went to the clinic, and after they told her, I'm sorry, you can't go home. She didn't have anything with her apart from her normal bag. And when she's sharing with me with this, it is actually her first day into having the cesarean section. So when I'm talking to her, I'm kind of trying to understand the situation and trying to perceive what exactly is going through. And I'm relating, how can I be of support in this situation? Because sometimes somebody is in need, but they will not tell you straight away, this is exactly what I need. And after we have shared, I look at myself, what I've been trying to go through the last few days. I think I've been almost like trying to become a little bit like a carrot, just a little bit rigid. Just I can go and visit somebody, but I'm trying to feel I'm on night shift, so I need to take time to have more sleep. And I've got so many things in between, so I don't want to break that time to either prepare a meal or go and visit or do small things around. And that rigidness, sometimes you realize in one way, either it can be good, but on the other side, it might not help the other person in that situation, because I realize there's a need here that needs to be sorted out urgently. And if somebody has gone through cesarean section, there's a window of opportunity where you're not supposed to, you are going to support them. And after that window of opportunity, it's either they will recover better or they will go worse. And I looked at my situation. I said, okay, I'm actually on the night shift. I really want to take time to myself. I can give all the excuses I want, because I'm actually very busy at the moment, and also I'm also doing on my personal development and many things, and I might not really have enough time. But when I looked at the magnitude of the situation, I realized there's a role I need to play here, which might help me to start looking at it from a different perspective, and also it can start helping with time management, and also to be able to multitask important things and still have time for me to rest, but I will be able to achieve the objective of supporting her. So in real sense, I said, if I give accountability, then that is going to help me with my time management. And two, I'm going to be able to do what I'm going to be able to push myself to do what I'm supposed to do during this window of time, at least give her these 7 days to recover. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be able to prepare the meals that she needs and be able to reach out to her in time, even before I go to work on that night shift. And for me, it has been a challenge in itself, because I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone, because I was feeling a bit drained sometimes in doing my own things. But I took the challenge, and I took the confidence in me to tell her, okay, you have to be ready to accept my help, and I'm going to try and be doing this. And honestly, it has given me, it has made my heart so receptive, so fragile, kind of receptive, soft, I've ended up rising up quite early with such a positive outlook in life. I've been preparing for her some meal. Quickly, I go there, I come back. I realize I've got so much time to even finish my things in time and even to catch up and go to work in time. And I ended up asking her, what do you want? So every day I'm telling her, what do you want me to bring for you? Is this finished? Do you want me to bring this? And in normal essence, that is not my comfort zone for the last 2 months because I've been feeling like I've got so much to do and the time is a factor. And the objective of things I'm supposed to achieve for myself is just not compatible. But it has pushed me to a point that I realized I can be able to achieve much if I purpose to do it. And I can be able to help somebody become better if I mean it and I look at it like I have an opportunity to minister to somebody at that time. And in itself, it has helped me to have a different outlook now. As I'm sharing with you now, yesterday was my 6th day of visiting her every day at work, in spite of me going to work night shift together with my house chores. I've been preparing for her, at least Africans we believe in porridge. At least I've prepared porridge for her every day, some soup, and every day before I go to work, I prepare supper, her meal. I go drop the meal, see her, at least hear how her day has been, and my kind of talking has become different. Thank you so much, Dr. Sylvia and the group, for the conversation we've actually been in, because I've realized when I enter into a situation, I don't start by addressing my needs first. I look at addressing her needs first. How are you today? How are you doing? How is the baby doing? How is your husband doing? How are you getting on? Any challenges? And then after that, then I can come and talk to her about myself. And she's just been feeling so motivated, so encouraged every day. She just want to ask about, I said, no, tell me, it's me who is asking her, what is the menu you want today? This is what we are eating. Are you comfortable with that? Do you like this? And I just drop in and I give her. And honestly, by yesterday when I saw her, it was her 7th day. She's the one who came and opened the door for me in the hospital. The baby has stopped vomiting. Now the baby is actually taking the feed quite all right. She's starting to put on weight. The mother is more stronger. You can see a big smile on herself. And just watching the journey from the first day to today, it's a big difference. Like walking a journey with someone here. And by today I've been given a day off officially by her because she is feeling more better. So
bless you.
That is just one thing I've realized. If I push myself a little bit to do something good in a situation, it makes a little big difference in myself and in the other person. And the other person is more motivated and encouraged. And honestly, I looked on her face today and I said, you know what? Change can happen in life. The same face she had on first day after cesarean section is a totally different face. I saw it today.
Bless you.
And the next time I meet her, she'll be the one making a cup of tea for me, not me cooking for
you.
her.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. And again, like you pushing, you know, before you said you had to focus on yourself. Yes, like I said, but I think maybe it shows that you've gotten some foundational, you're grounded, so you could pour. You are not giving from emptiness. That's why at the end you feel fulfilled as well. You are fulfilled. And the thing also is just like, you also need to be aware. Like I said, I'm not saying do not do until you break, remember. And I'm so happy if you're doing it honestly. Our body speaks for itself. If your reward is that fulfillment, deep inner fulfillment and satisfaction, you have the ability to do it. All you had to do was to stretch. And then maybe become more disciplined with your timing. Because I guess there will be some places where you're just wasting your time. You're using it to do some things. You're not resting, but you're not adding value. But when we are adding value, because honestly, what is life without sacrifice? There are some of those sacrifices we make with, you know, joy and all of that for someone. You know, we are working with anyone. I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I said, honestly, I'm in a point in my life now where I know she's my friend. I've got some incredible friends. Very few though right now in my life. But I said, honestly, I would rather, if I had to choose at this point in my life, like my birthday, I would rather celebrate with some of the women. I would do like a conference. I would do something that I'm going to impact lives than just to get my good friends, because I'm not going to add any value. We'll just chat, smile, laugh, and have a good time. But when I gather women, say my birthday celebrating, let's impact life, let's do a conference, let's do empowerment, it's incredible. I'm transforming lives, I'm adding value. You see, when you become so purposeful, you live in a life of purpose. It's incredible. So it's not like I'm saying I can't spend time, just chatting, but if I had to, because it's my calling, it's my purpose. That's the most important reason I'm here. To serve someone. And when I go back to like, who did you serve today? I can't say, I spend all the time chatting with my friends, with hobby, just doing, I can't. The life goes beyond that. So I'm really happy you did that. And if we don't do this, we'll always remain comfortable. Like I was talking with this woman, and again, it hurts me because I know the truth is, if we try it, I'm using try, and I'm sure so many of you know, I've talked about Liz here, even Linda, they are always ready to give. If you look at, it's not like they have the world. Can you support? It's incredible. But believe me, you cannot really be stranded, Linda, and even Liz, and all of you, because someone will be there for you. I was saying the other day to Sarah, I'm like, I'm so wealthy. I can go to Congo. I don't know anyone. I'm like, you know what? Sarah's mom will care for me like, she'll give me 5-star, 11-star treatment. Honestly, because I know my relationship with Sarah. I'm like, you've impacted. It's incredible. Wealth is not in terms of finances. It's not how much you've got. So if we don't learn to give, like I was working this lady, and it breaks my heart because some people will be like, oh, right now, I'm so broken. I have to focus on myself. I don't have the energy. I mean, they cannot even help the next child that says, oh, I'm in pain. I'm looking for my mother. No, sorry, just go. I'm so broken now. I need to focus on myself. I am sorry, but it's unfortunate that they're going to stay in that situation for so long. For so long. Sometimes the best way to get out of a situation is helping people overcome that. It helps you tremendously. Like I said, when I started this, I was my #1 student. I was so impatient. It helped me to be, when I was teaching, I remember once I was teaching, about patience, I said, count 1 to 5 before you say something. If they don't do it, I went home myself to my husband. I said something. Normally, I would have been upset that you didn't. I think he had to put something, the bin out or whatever. Almost his only job. No, not his only job. He does other things. Let me not exaggerate. He does other things, but you know what I mean. They have very limited jobs. So he had not put it out. And I came back. I was so upset. I just had a teaching class. All of my lessons that I shared with the women were playing on me. So when I walked there, I smiled. I greeted him. And then I looked at the time. I said, give yourself, maybe count 1 to 5. It didn't work. 1 to 10, 30, it didn't work. I did mention, look at the time. And I went up, and he was shocked. He told me later on he was shocked. I said nothing. I went up. I gave myself 1 hour. And in the course of that 1 hour, I became busy. I was doing more important things. That became so trivial. By the time I went downstairs, he put it out. He said, what happened today? I didn't come back to him. But I was teaching. Honestly, if I said, oh, I'm dealing with my own issues here. Like I said to you, oh, God called me in the most vulnerable moments in my life. I'm like, Lord, you have a sense of humor. I'm going through my own challenges and you're calling me to lead women. Honestly, that's what I really said, that you have a sense of humor. But you see what I mean? Because in that, he heals me. In that, you become authentic. You grow. And again, there is knowing that limit. Like I said, honestly, I cannot serve without resting. Like I have to sleep now. I mean, there are times when so many of you, we say that even Sarah, God bless her. Honestly, call me. We don't have like time. And I've told my children, I'm like, you people are so privileged. Yes, there are times that we say dinner, nobody. But there are some calls that they know I have to take. I have to listen to this lady. She needs me. It's the purpose for which I'm living. It's sacrificial, but it's worth it. It's worth it. To know that because of you, someone went to bed and slept better. You might not have taken all their problems, but you took off the little 5 minutes with your children or your husband to spend with someone. To your children, that 5 minutes wouldn't even mean anything. If you ask them what happened, then they would have forgotten because it was just casual discussion. Or even with your friends. Like I said, rather than spending that time with good friends, birthday, I would rather do something impactful. Because with my friends, maybe we've just had casual discussions and just enjoy one another's company, but we've not really impacted in any way. So that's really good that you share that. But again, like I said, You have to understand, like, if you are breaking, if you are so tired, don't do it to please. Never. What's the motive? Never to please, but to serve. Never to please, but to make someone's day better, brighter. Because your day is bright, you can share that light, you can share that love. Never to please. Because if they ask the next time they come, they don't get you to do that, they might forget all the times you've done it and you'll become upset. But if you're doing it to self, you'll be like, I'm so grateful I could serve them for 7 days. No matter what they think now. Most probably, that was your mission. Serve them for 7 days. But you have no resentment, no pain. Yeah, so again, it's just being aware so you don't do like, and again, it's all about self-awareness. Like you said, you know it. You know sometimes when it's complete. All of us sometimes, especially with this cold, you just want to stay cozy in bed, isn't it? If I could sleep more, especially myself, I go to bed usually late. But then when you think of it, you have to serve someone. Someone needs you. You can't be there like that. So anybody wants to share again? Then we're going to move on. Okay, we're going to move on. Should we move on? Yep. So I just want us to look at this egg carrot again. Just think about it. Again, it's not like at one point in your life, maybe you are just an egg. Again, it's just an analogy, all right? You're just fragile. Most probably you've walked in that stage of your life now that you're no more fragile. You're resilient. And then for some of us, we've become so rigid. Someone said the other day, Shaman, remember at the mastermind networking, what was it? How did she put it? No matter what life, how much people hurt her, her heart will always be. What was that word that she used?
Did she say she sees good in everyone?
Yes, and then she mentioned as well, she doesn't let her heart always be compassionate, loving, never harden her heart, something like that. No matter how much. Yeah, but it was in that line that she wants to always be able to have that good heart, that compassionate heart, that loving heart. So no matter what, as much as we become now, resilient, resilience doesn't mean I'm so hard and rigid. Some of these feminists, they are like, what a man can do, I can do.
Who needs a man?
I know. And then they'll tell you, oh, you don't need a man in your life. They are our sons. We give birth to men at the end of the day. That man is someone's son. I have got this son. And so it's just honestly, and if you look at, there are some things that have happened to them, deep down layers that they've covered, and they are just putting this now as a facade. As a facade. So yes, perception is powerful. It is powerful. And I'm really pleading with you all, I'm imploring you all, if it's even begging, let's have perception. When we change the way we see life, honestly, we begin to change the way we respond, the way we experience life, and the way we live daily. Like I said in this, there are so many analogies, really beautiful. Again, it's just like we said the other day, just flipping the coin. What you are saying is not a lie. You are in pain. You've just lost someone. But that's not a full story. You are alive. You've got the gift of life. Should we be grateful that you are alive? Because if you were dead, you will not even be able to go through grief. There will be no grief for those who are dead. So even thank God that you are alive. But do you want to live the rest of your life being gloomy, in misery? No. You can tell me that on this coin, I see King Charles's head. Somebody says, oh no, I see that. And then they are fighting. There is no point. It's just like, turn it over. Just turn it over. It's the same coin. There are so many sides. Where are you looking from? Where are you looking? Your life, is it from your past? Where are you standing? If you're standing in front of this building, you see the entrance, you see the doors. If you're standing at the back, you see completely different, parts. If you're standing at the top, you see the roof. So if you've only known the roof, seen the roof, that's not a full story. You will be limiting yourself. You'll be telling only a partial story. So it's really good sometimes for us to look at, like, someone comes and hurts you. Think about it. It's not really you who has the problem. They may be hurting. Because hurt people hurt. Like I said, I cannot give what I don't have. If they are full of toxins, wherever they go and pour out, the word toxicity. So you just look and you start having compassion. Can I get someone like Lee said, I can't help them because I don't have what they need, or I'm needing myself to be refilled. So I can't really help them now. I will get someone to help them because I understand that I'm not the problem here. No matter how much they abuse me, no matter how much they put me down. Yes, I've got my weaknesses, but I refuse to have that as my only narrative. I may be mentally depressed, I might be ill, I refuse. There is life after mental health problems. There is life after depression, incredible life. There is life after addiction, incredible life. There is life after divorce, incredible life. There is life after abuse. In fact, not even after. While you are even still going through that abuse, like, the coffee, just look at another facet. Hey, maybe I've just taken them like my oxygen, thinking that I need them to breathe and live. But this is the time for me to realize that my oxygen doesn't really come from them. It's simply just, perception again is how we see, understand, and interpret the events that happen around and within us, like my thoughts. A thought is coming in, you are not good enough, or you are this, you are that, you are just a this. Okay, hold on. How do I understand this? I think it's that old me that's coming again. I think it's my mother-in-law's voice. I think it's my father-in-law's voice. I'm not really saying no, so I'm not using my own mother-in-law. I'm just giving an example before anyone says I'm saying that. I'm not saying that. Let me do disclaimer here because we are like, I think it's my father's voice. So, I cannot say my father was amazing. So I think it's my father's voice. So you just think about it. How do I understand that this is not me? Who told you that narrative? So you want to understand. Why am I saying this? Why do I look at myself so low? Why do I only define myself based on my weaknesses, my mistakes? Come on. So many have gone through that path and overcome, and they are thriving. Why can I not see the other side of life? That maybe because I went through that situation, I'm called to serve those who are addicted. Because when I go to them and share my own story, in me they will see hope and light. Whereas if I come who has never been there, they'll be like, Sylvia, you don't understand. And that's why if I have to talk about things like this, I will bring the example of someone who was once mentally ill, abused, and all of that, or addicted, to show you. Because all of them, everything is a lesson. And they are a testament of hope and victory to others. You see, with that mindset, it's a shift. So, okay, Lord, what skills can I gain? How can I work, daily to become better, to have control over this addiction? Of course, there's support. We are here, beloved. We are here. Like I said, call me. I will take my call. Call Sarah. If I don't take, definitely I might be sleeping. Of course, I won't wake up. My phone is completely on silence when I'm sleeping. Before I used to put it off, because I'm using alarm now. For some reason, my phone used to come on my alarm. I don't know if it does again. It doesn't. With Android, it used to do that. Yeah, I will put my phone off and then my alarm still comes off. But now it doesn't. So I leave my phone because I need the alarm. But it's on silence. And I never go on my phone early in the morning as well until I've started with my children. I've had my own inner reflection, what I want to do before I go to the outside world. But I guarantee you, I'll get back to you. Sarah will get back to you. Sarah will be in touch. Please. Make use me, use us. We give you permission. And again, this is the beauty of sharing. But again, like if I have to sleep, like I said, I'm sleeping, I won't even be there to take the call. Let's just stretch a little bit, stretch out of our comfort zone. There is so much more to life, honestly. It's better, far more better to give than to receive. The reward you will have is incredible. It's incredible. You will not even expect people will just come and bless you, just do something. And just knowing you have people that will genuinely care and love you. I know there are so many people who are genuinely praying for me. They love me. They don't need you don't help people because you want them to help you back in the same way. It might just be like that love. It might just be, in their own strengths. So how does that sound? Any question? So I want to add anything? Sorry. Okay, let me just see. Do we want to continue to read then on the perception we've talked of egg? I'll give this homework. I just want you all, when we go back home, just think about it. What are the characteristics of, again, it's just when you have these visual images, it stays with you. It stays with you, egg, carrot, and coffee. Let me show you something again that will help. You've got your palm with you, so you cannot miss it, okay? This is something, I think it's one of my books of Unleash Your Authentic. Yeah, this one is it there? The palm? I don't think so. It's the Unleash Your Authentic Identity, your purpose. I want us to put our palm up. Just put your hands right in front of you. Okay, perfect. This is an incredible one about perception. Did you do the exercises like count black things, count white things? Okay, we'll do it next time, that's fine. What finger do you see? Put it right in front at your eye level, the levels of your eye. What finger do you see clearly? Everything. The thumb? Perfect. Which one do you see next? Excuse me.
Index.
The index, perfect. Next, what can you see? You don't see well, but like, is the tallest?
Middle finger.
The middle finger.
The middle finger.
But you don't see the whole finger, isn't it? But it's the tallest, is the one that, is highest. What fingers don't you see at all?
The small finger.
And your ring finger.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Right, the ring finger, yeah.
What keeps my fingers connected? That if we take that thing off, my fingers will be scattered. They will be like in disorder all by themselves. My palm, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we should take off my palm beautifully, God forbid, nobody's. I know. All of your fingers will just be anywhere, right? No other, no direction. Perfect. We've given this description based on what we can see, based on the position, where we are standing, isn't it? And what we can see. If we turn it around, we'll see differently. Am I right? We are seeing differently. If we put it like this, we are seeing differently. We are seeing all 5 fingers clearly. If we turn it around, so it's like based on what we are looking at, where we are standing, what we are focusing on, it will explain what we'll tell the world. But what am I saying? It goes beyond that. I want you to look at your thumb. You see everything so clearly as your past. We know our past. Even if you don't know, there are some incredible people that are around. They've made it their mission to tell you about your past, to remind you of the things you've done. Am I right? We know. We may not remember the things that are trivia, but you know where you've come from. We know the basic, where I was born, maybe how old I am. We know our past. Some of the successes, the good things, some of the failures, the mistakes. We know our past. Am I right? We see our past clearly. Our past has already happened. We can't miss it. If you forget, it's because maybe, intentionally you decide to forget, or it's trivia, it's not important, and things like that. Perfect. And the second that we see almost clearly as where part is being covered, because all of it is not unleashed, all of it is not uncovered, is your present. We are here today in the present. All of us are sitting here. Some of us are in the Transformation Center. Some of us are online on Zoom. Some of us on Facebook. I know where I am, right? I have the wonderful, beautiful leaders here. We know our present, isn't it? I know my financial situation. I know my level of education right now. I know the challenges I'm battling right now. I might not know the full entity because, and all of that, but you see quite almost all of it. Am I right? Okay. And we've got now this one. You don't see it at all, but it's like, it's the tallest. It's what keeps you, your head high. It's your beliefs, Remember, while you know your past all, you know your present, these do not define you. You've still got a great future ahead of you. We've still got 3 more fingers left. The story is not over yet. Hey, your past has been lived. Your present is unfolding. You are living it. The story is not complete. You've not walked the journey yet, your entire journey, from your thumb to your little finger. You're still on this journey. Hey, you can't stop here. The narrative is not over. That middle finger is your belief. The majority of your belief is not seen, but your belief is the only thing. If it's empowering, if it's actually in right standing with who you truly are, your divine purpose, your calling with truth, it keeps your head high. You know what? My past might have been horrible. I might have been an addict. I might be still struggling to overcome this addiction or my mental health issues. But guess what? I believe I'm destined for greatness. I believe I am overcome. I believe with the support, the incredible people, with God on my side, I am able to overcome my past and the current challenges I'm going through. Hey, so I'm going to keep my head high up. I'm going to be enthusiastic to see what tomorrow has for me. While I know my yesterday, I am in my present. My story is far from over yet. I believe in the success trapped within me. I believe in the endless amount of fruit trapped within my seeds that the world has not yet seen. So I'm going to look forward to tomorrow. I'm going to go optimistically. So what this does now, once you do that, you can now see the next, because it gives you the ability to break down barriers. It gives you the ability to see beyond your present and your past. So we bend this finger now. Your beliefs give you access to your future, to the life you are called to live, or it blocks you. I'm so rigid. This is all I know. I'm ending here. I believe I'm not good enough. This is for someone who ends here. I believe I'm a total of my past and present. My life is nothing. You get to miss the journey. You don't finish your journey. You abort your vision. You abort your purpose. You stay stuck here. Do we see that? But look at it now, because I believe, so I think we should just take that thing off there. I believe I am success waiting to be made manifest. I believe I'm greatness waiting to be revealed. I believe I'm several oranges waiting to sprout from that seed. Once it's sown, nurtured, and nourished, it's going to take time. I'm going to start looking. What is there more to life? This is my passion. I'm going to have a love for my life. I'm going to have a love for that person I see myself becoming. For the future I yearn to live and I enjoy. I want to enjoy. This is your passion. Your beliefs that you hold will give you access to your passion, or will block you, and you will be doomed only to your past and present situations. And you never see what? The smallest, as tiny as it is invisible, until we have now broken down those barriers that hold us trapped in our past and present, and we are now grounded in our belief, passionate about life, wanting to live life daily, wanting to give our best no matter what. Then we get a glimpse of our vision. We get that internal mental image now, because there is love. Life reveals more of itself to you. If you don't love someone in a relationship, you're nasty to them, they don't want to work with you, isn't it? Imagine you want to go somewhere with a child, even if it's your child, you're so mean and nasty to them, they slow down, they don't want to work on that journey. So you're going to this journey to live the life you were born to live with your admirable self, your wonderful self. You better treat yourself like your best friend. You can't be nasty and mean to yourself, because you will not want to walk this journey with yourself. You'll be like, oh, what's the point? I'm not good enough. I'm not, because you've said all these negative beliefs. So passion, your vision. Guess what now? We talk about the palm. It's so important. Okay, it's so important. What is this palm? What keeps them all together? While my past must have been horrible, I am not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my mistakes. They were lessons I was learning so I could serve you in my fullest. It was the preparation. The Lord was equipping me with tools and resources I need to serve you fully and wholly. I'm not ashamed of this past. So, what is that palm? I'm going to tell you what it is now. Let me put this here. I just want to... Perfect. What is that palm? Your attitude. Your attitude. Your attitude is so important. Your attitude determines it all. Your attitude will determine whether you just consider your past as something separate, or you're so proud. You know that you are whole. You are an entire, beautiful being whose past is not separated from you, whose past is a lesson to shape your present and future. That attitude of, you know what? Yes, I've been horrible. I've been a mess. I will not take my message as a mess. Rather, it's a message of hope. I will not take my mess rather as a mess. I will take it as a message that I've got to deliver to the world, that it doesn't matter where you come from. I came from a broken relationship. I came from an addicted situation. I came from a place of whatever it is. Here am I today. Hopeful, mindset transformed, and I'm giving my best to you. That attitude will keep us all one, grounded, whole. That attitude will enable us to show the full story, to reveal the essence of our glory, and then giving glory to our ultimate creator. It will allow us to get into that because it keeps the fingers connected. So this is not separated and all by itself. Like if that attitude is negative, like, oh, I don't know you, it's like each one is by itself. So in other words, your past is separated from this world, and your past is cut off and is living its own life all alone. It doesn't know. Imagine like we cut 50 fingers. Some of you, I don't know whether you may be able to know your fingers. I don't know why I have these weird examples. It just came to my mind. Imagine we cut, no, God forbid, okay, we are not cutting anything, but or they just have 50 fingers, right? Or 1 million fingers, honestly. We are living a glorious life, we fulfilled our lives. Can we go and pick our fingers from there? I'm sure, I don't know if any of us will be able to. Some will say, okay, I had this maybe nail polish. Can we, please help me if you may be able. Some people's fingers can be similar to yours. Am I right?
Yes.
How many of us might be able to say, I can identify my fingers once they are separated? I can tell you that this is mine. The attitude keeps us grounded, keeps us rooted, keeps us integral, keeps us whole, no matter what we've experienced. So that my story is not just my past. My past is not an existence or experience in isolation. Neither is my present, but it's all part of me. And I'm hopeful, I'm joyful. Do you see the power of perception which transforms my attitude? And then it makes me willing to live life passionately, day after day, giving my best, the least energy I have. Because I have promises. And this vision are the promises. All that the Lord has told you, you will become much fruit. You will become a great leader. You will deliver so many. You are so kind, nurturing, Linda. You are so kind and nurturing and loving. You know, yes, people around you are broken and you are the only one. It's for a reason. At least you yourself, it's for a reason. Some of us might come from home where all of our siblings seems like, you know, if we were to really choose, we wonder whether we are siblings. But God has made you that way for a purpose. He gave you that loving, compassionate heart. Now is the time to allow him to finish his work in you. To work on yourself so you are well developed, so you can serve. You can lead those in your family who are in darkness. You know, you don't need to be so attached to them because you are light. This light doesn't need to, it's not attached to any of us here, am I right? It's really separated, but we are benefiting from the light. As much as we work together, not so close together, not in attachment, self without necessarily being attached. They've hurt you. I'm not saying come and hug, cuddle with them. Serve them because you've got the gift to serve. That's why you are here. So God bless you all. And I think if you have any questions, if not, we've come to the end of today's session. What's the time?
Yeah, 10 to.
Okay, that's fine. Let's ask questions or let's give group discussions.
I think the
Groups.
Group discussion.
Perfect. Yeah. Group discussion. Okay, we're just going to talk on this for the next 10 minutes, please. Just look at your life. Look at some of the challenges. Take this analogy. What is it about your attitude you've got to change today? Our attitude is cultivated from how we understand things, how we see life. We understand, we interpret, and we respond. Our response becomes our actions. Actions over time becomes habit. Habits is our attitude. We just do without even thinking. So let's think about that. How can I stay connected? How can I, even though seeing this past, present, be so enthusiastic? Again, your belief. What are those beliefs that are limiting perception again? Write down, that are not mine. Write down. We're going to break into groups now. I'm going to put you in groups and then we'll just have a discussion here. All of us here. How many of us?
Finish it once or yeah?
No, we can discuss later. Yeah, we'll stop this one. But later on we are here. Don't worry. Yeah. And if you want to stay as well, just we'll just tell you about the programs we have, the new programs coming up. Yeah. I'm gonna put 3 groups, okay? Perfect. Please join your groups, please, and discuss this. Join your groups and discuss. Yeah, please just join your group. Vaughn is you. We is the other one, Sarah. Then there is. Is that Iqbal? Okay, that's us on room 3. Room 3. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you all for joining us on live. I'm just going to leave you to reflect on these questions as we reflect here in the office, and those who are on Zoom have gone to breakout rooms. It might be an opportunity. Okay. I'm going to leave you, so just reflect on these questions like I said. Reflect on the questions.
Hi. Recording in progress.
Hi, darling.
I don't know whose group I was in, Phil, but it was on my own.